Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing with you guys 5 mistakes that I have made as a mommy. And this is a very light-hearted video just to share with you guys some of the life lessons, rather I should call it, that I have learned along this journey called motherhood, called parenting. Looking back, there's a lot of things that I did that I regret, but I thank God for it. Because you know what? I heard this quote once and I fully agree with it. You are a perfect parent until you become a parent. And I've learned so many things along the way. And sometimes as mama bears, we can be so hard on ourselves and we can beat down on ourselves. But honey, sometimes you just have to keep pushing forward. Correct, perfect. Some things you have to throw away, some things you have to implement. Some things have to be adjusted, but just go with it. Don't stop where you are and just wallow in your flaws and your insecurities, but keep pushing forward, mama. So hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Lois Raymond. If you have subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. I really do appreciate your love and support. On this channel, I'm all about helping you navigate and blossom through life as a godly woman, wife, and mother. So the very first mistake that I made was just wishing for another stage of my child's development. So when my baby was a newborn, I couldn't wait for him to be talking and walking and running, because when they are newborns, they just basically sleep all day. But it's only when my son became older and now he's in school and now I have to run him down for kisses, I honestly miss those early days, you know, of him being a newborn and him being a baby and how he smelled and oh my gosh, how cute he looked and how precious he was. But during those early days, I was just always wishing and wanting and rushing to go into another stage of his development. And it's a huge mistake that I made. And I'm here just to encourage you to really soak in the present with your baby. Soak in the moment, soak in the time that you have with them, because I'm telling you, time goes by so quickly. And you don't want to be like me a couple years from now where you're looking back and you're missing them as a baby. But be in the moment, be present and engage with your baby and just be in that moment with them. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. Another reason why I was always rushing it and always wanting to go to another stage of development is because, for example, when my baby was a newborn, he was just sleeping all day, but also he was nursing a lot. I wasn't getting enough sleep, so it was so much challenges that I was facing when he was a newborn. But guess what? When your child goes on to another development, yes, that challenge changes or you don't get that challenge anymore, but guess what? You get a whole new challenge to deal with. You're going to get more rest. Honey, you have to deal with tantrums now. So really just enjoy each stage, because each stage brings its joys, but also it brings its challenges. The second mistake that I made was just having too much stuff. Too much clothes, too much bottles, too much blankets, too much bibs, too much toys. I just had too much stuff. It was just ridiculous. And I know when you're a first-time mom, you want to just buy the whole world and just consume. You just always just like you're just consuming. But honestly, now having 2 kids is just too much that I'm now in the process of just decluttering, because it's too much stuff. Too much, like it's too much for me to even handle. Like the drawers cannot close. I mean, my son, like there's so much clothes for him. Like some of the clothes he only wears once because it's so much. Some of the toys that he has, he doesn't play with it. I remember like packing a diaper bag for my one son, and the amount of stuff that I would pack in this diaper bag to go out was just ridiculous. I mean, so much stuff that I would pack in this that was just unnecessary. Like half of the things I never even used. And now having 2 kids, all I just pack is 2 diapers and wipes, and you're good to go. Like I literally pack half the stuff with 2 kids now than when I had 1. So just consuming too much things was just having too much. Ugh. was just ridiculous. Like, of course I'm not going to be like a minimalist and just, but number 3, the third mistake was just body shaming myself, especially in front of my sons. After having my kids, I would go in front of the mirror and I would complain, oh my gosh, my tummy. I would complain about my stretch marks and just things that I saw that I just didn't really like, and I just didn't like about my body. And unaware, I would say these things in front of my kids thinking that they're not even taking me on, but little did I know that they were listening and they were observing what I was saying. And I remember this time Aden, he came and he was pointing at my belly and squeezing my where I have fat, and I knew it was because he constantly just seeing me always complaining about that area, watching myself in the mirror and complaining. And I just had an epiphany that day, like, Lois, you want to be mindful of the way you speak to your son, because you don't want him to just see you like that, and you don't want him to develop a low self-esteem or think it's okay to speak so negatively and so bad about yourself. Number 4 is just downplaying my second pregnancy, and I spoke about this more in depth in my gender disappointment video. If you want, you could go and take a look at it. And oh my gosh, you guys, this is probably my biggest regret up to this day. Every time I think about it, I just feel so sad and so bad, because just when I got pregnant and eventually when I found out it was a boy, I felt as though I should have celebrated that pregnancy just as much as I did the first. And even though I love my son, I felt as though that I should have celebrated him more coming into the world and just be more elaborate on it, even though it was another boy I was having. And I would advise anyone, even though it's going to be your 4th girl, it's going to be your 5th girl, how much ever, just celebrate the baby. Celebrate them coming into the world. You don't have to do it grand and have like a grand baby shower, but just celebrate them in their own unique, special way. My biggest consolement is that I did conceive him during the pandemic and we were in quarantine, so there wasn't much that I could have done, but I really wish that I did really celebrate him as much as I did my first. And last but not least, and I think a lot of mamas, if not all you mamas, could attest to this and could agree with this or could identify with this, and that is just being so hard on yourself as mommies. This was a mistake that I made, just being hard on myself and comparing myself, my performance, comparing what I do to other mommies. And when I compare and I see their progress and the progress that they have with their kids, trying to put that pressure on me to do that, knowing that my kid is different, we are different, and our situation is different. Like, it's okay, they put their kids to sleep at 7, I don't, Lois, that's okay. You don't have to pressure yourself to do that, so sometimes I am so hard on myself and I put so much pressure on myself. And it's so true, comparison is the thief of joy, and a lot of times we compare ourselves to other mothers, and we should not do that. You are unique and your situation is unique. Do what's best for you, your husband, and your children, please. I remember just trying to be this perfect mama, making sure, just making it look like if everything is under control, and inside I'm exhausted mentally, emotionally, physically. I'm trying to juggle a lot of things and I'm overwhelmed. And why didn't I just cry out for help? Why didn't I say I needed help? And so many times we go through so many things as a mommy and we don't say anything. We want to make the world feel as though we have it under control. But it is okay if you're overwhelmed. It's okay if you need help. Sometimes we just need to be open and transparent and vulnerable and just face the facts and face life. You know, don't do life alone. Don't face life difficulties alone. And that was a mistake that I made, was just being too hard on myself and just allowing the opinions of others to control the things that I do. Guys, I hope that these mistakes that I've made, that you don't make them. And even if you did, welcome to the club. We're in this together. We're learning as we go. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you guys in the next one. If you have not yet subscribed, please, it's just a click away. Click that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.